Hi, hello, and howdy. My name is Erin of Essentially Erin, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do another brush review. This is a brush that I have seen all over Instagram and Facebook. It's a brush that I see a lot of my friends and followers in the UK use and talk about. I've had a couple people ask me what I think about it, and I realized I have yet to try it. This is all going to tie into a video that I'm going to do probably in the next couple of weeks where I compare different brushes and we talk about which ones we like best and why. But today we are going to tackle the Tangle Teezer. That's an alliteration. Unintentional, but totally works. So I picked up the Tangle Teezer from my local Ulta store. I will link it below. You can buy it probably on Amazon as well. But I picked it up from Ulta. It's a moderately priced brush, so it's not too crazy, not too cheap. You know, it's kind of in that nice middle ground. It's going to primarily be used for both detangling and styling. We're gonna test that out today. If you haven't checked out my Be Hairful brush review, I'll go ahead and put the video up here in the corner for that as well. We're gonna be using the same techniques and trying it out the exact same way. That way we kind of know comparatively where we stand. So let's jump in. This feels like it weighs like an ounce. So not only is it like super lightweight, which is great, the bristles are really flexible. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's also two different levels of bristles. So they have the shorter ones and the longer ones. Ones are for detangling and the others are styling. The biggest thing that you want from a detangling brush, and I know I've mentioned this in other videos, but just a reminder, you need flexibility. If the bristles are not flexible, like enough where you can literally like fan them like a card, don't use it for detangling. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Denman brush that you guys all see on Instagram and Facebook is not a detangling brush. You will break your hair if you use it as a detangling brush. It's not flexible enough. The bristles are meant purely for styling. So lightweight, great. Flexibility, great. Hard back for styling, great. The one thing that I will comment on that I immediately noticed when holding it though is the handle is very short in my opinion. So if we look at the Be Hairful and the Tangle Teezer, you guys can see they're kind of the same, but that little curve at the end, I've noted like it feels much shorter in my hand in my opinion. So like if you look at that, like you can't really see the handle. The way that I hold that, you still have that little chunk. Okay? So that's the first thing that I noticed. Now we are going to detangle the hair and see how it does. That was really easy, really quick. I don't know how to say the right word. This glided or glid or whatever, it went through my hair super smoothly. You can hear how almost light it is. I don't know if you can hear, but when you're using it, you can hear like, you can almost hear like, cause it's hollow, which is great. So it allows for more like movement through the hair. And like I said, it's super lightweight, especially compared to the Be Hairful brush. So for styling products, we are going to use a combination of Curlsmith products that I've been rocking with for the last couple of weeks. My hair tends to really respond to it very well. We are going to use the Curlsmith Weightless Air Dry Cream for our leave-in conditioner, followed by the Curlsmith Hydro Style Flexi Jelly for our gel and our hold product, and finish with the Curlsmith Bouncy Strength Volume Foam. This is just gonna kind of be our last product in order to add a little lift and a little volume to the hair. Full disclosure, today was protein treatment day, so before I did a wash, I did use the Curlsmith Bond Protein Salve. Love this stuff. I did a full review on it. My hair responds really well to it. I also washed with the Verb Hydrate line. So I will link all of those products below for you guys as well. I have reviews on almost all of them, I think separately. So I'll also put those reviews in the description. Okay, so per usual, we are gonna start with our leave-in and we're gonna do that all over the hair. Then I'm gonna section it, brush style, add the gel to each section as we move through the hair. That way I make sure that each brush styled section has its own amount of hold product. Now, I believe I explained this in my Denman brush styling video, but my hair responds best to brush styling when really, really wet. So when I picked up the Tangle Teezer brush at Ulta, I also picked up the Tangle Teezer Flare Sol spray bottle because mine broke last week. So it's super bright, which means I will not lose it like I kept losing my last one. But yeah, so I'm gonna use this to re-wet each section as I go through it to make sure that it is nice and juicy for when we brush style it and add the gel. I mean, it's forming clumps. It definitely doesn't form like ribbon clumps that I'm used to, which is interesting. I do know that some people use this brush to do that like twirling method. I know I've spoken about it before that it's not my favorite. However, I am gonna keep doing the method that I'm doing currently all over my whole head because I wanna see how it compares since I use this method with brush styling more than anything else. Okay. Now we are gonna do it on the other side.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so here's what everything looks like wet. Decent sized clumps. I'm just gonna fix my beloved wonky bits. You guys know never do what I want them to do. I go in 10 different directions. Okay, so now we are going to add the Bouncy Strength Style Foam over the whole head for a little lift. Okay, now I'm going to root clip and let it air dry probably for another maybe 15 to 20 minutes. And then I will go in with the diffuser and then we will talk about the results.
Eventually.
Okay, so as per my usual, I wanted to show you guys what my hair looked like before I scrunched out the crunch. So here is what it looks like with the gel cast still intact. I'm not gonna lie, this clumped dry better than I thought it was going to based on how it looked while wet. So the curls still definitely look very natural, which is great. You know that I don't like that like overly spiraled look. So I like that there's still some ringlets in there, but they don't look kind of like fabricated or like, I don't want to look like a Barbie doll head. So now we're gonna take a couple of pumps of an oil that you guys know I love, the Verb Ghost oil. We're gonna scrunch out the crunch and then we'll take a look at the final results. All right, so here are the final Tangle Teezer results. I'm also realizing how long my hair is right now and how desperately I need a trim. But aside from that, this looks great. Still got some curl by the root, which is awesome. Bam. Okay, so 10 out of 10 would recommend the Tangle Teezer specifically for detangling alone. Not only was it really lightweight, but it moved through my hair very easily. And even when it did get caught in a snag, I never felt like I had to really pull that hard against it for it to continue moving through my curls. Now, as far as styling goes, I really like how these results are. You can see that there's some like already curl fall happening here in the middle of some of these pieces, especially on this side. But the ends look fantastic. So that could be the brush, or it could be the fact that my hair is significantly overdue for a cut/trim. However, I want to know from you guys what your favorite brushes are. I am planning to kind of do a March Madness style bracket with brushes. So it's gonna be like the brush bracket battle royale. Apparently this video is the video where I give you more than one alliteration. So I'm thinking of doing a video where we compare the Denman brush, the Be Hairful brush, the Tangle Teezer, and possibly the Curl Keeper brush. Now, if there is a brush out there that you love that I didn't mention, it's great for styling specifically, so we're not gonna talk about detangling in this video, but if you have a brush that is amazing for curly hair styling, leave it in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, tell me what you guys wanna see. Let's talk about it. Let's connect both here on other social platforms. I love chatting with you guys. We're gonna have a lot of great content coming up as we roll out the rest of the summer. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it got you a step closer to essentially being yourself.